This is very significant. What a surprise. Doctor Who's ratings have declined yet again. But what's so significant about this is that this season premiere that's just aired has the lowest overnight ratings in this new era. Who can possibly be surprised? We got to put this into context. The episode is called The Robot Revolution. It has an overnight rating of 2.0. So 2 million people flat. 2 million people watched this, 2.0. Now, those are just the overnight figures. Admittedly, we don't have the final consolidated figures. We'll have those next week. But the overnights are a very good indication. And the ratings are slipping. Let me give you an example. Space Babies was the season premiere for the previous season, which was, again, the season premiere of the first series with Ncuti Gatwa, and it had a rating of 2.6, which wasn't much to write home about. 2.6. That was the overnight rating for Space Babies. The final consolidated number was 4.01. And now here we are with the Robot Revolution, and it's dropped to 2. That is a drop, season premiere to season premiere, of 600,000 people less. Let's give you more context. Doctor Who's previous season, Series 14, or Season 1 as it's often known, I don't know what the hell, it's like a soft reboot or something, whatever. These are the lowest rated episodes of that series. Boom, 2.04. Final consolidated, 3.58. Dot and Bubble, overnight, 2.12. Consolidated, 3.38. It's the lowest rated episode of the series, and indeed the lowest rated episode of Doctor Who ever. Rogue, 2.11 overnight. Final consolidated, 3.52. Legend of Ruby Sunday, 2.02 overnight. Consolidated, 3.50. So, all of those episodes have higher consolidated ratings than the season premiere of this new season. And what's so significant is, typically speaking, on television, the highest rated episodes of it during the course of a season are going to be your season premiere and your season finale. And regardless of how well or how badly Doctor Who has been doing over the years, typically speaking, the show gets a ratings bump at the beginning of the year with the season premiere. That didn't happen. Extraordinary. So if it hasn't got a spike at the beginning of the year, there's only one direction this show can go in. And this show, this episode, I should say, Robot Revolution, is again laced with more preachiness and the message, talks about incels. So that sort of stuff is in there. I mean, really think about this. Overnight, 600,000 people less watched the Robot Revolution than watched the previous premiere, Space Babies. That's an enormous drop-off. So again, we will have the final consolidated ratings for the Robot Revolution next week or so, I believe. And they'd better hope that there's a very significant spike in order to prevent this episode from being the lowest rated episode ever, right? It's got to beat 3.38, which is Dot and Bubble from the previous year. But the overnights are a very good indication. They're basically half the story in terms of ratings. So we have the first part of the rating situation, which is overnights, and it's not looking good for this episode. And if the premiere has been this poor, where are we going to be in terms of ratings by the midpoint of the season? Look at this article from thedailymail.co.uk. Doctor Who suffers major ratings blow as Ncuti Gatwa returns for the new series amid axe fears, but fans have spotted one problem. It says Doctor Who has received its lowest overnight ratings to date as the first episode of the new series hit screens on Saturday amid doubts over star Ncuti Gatwa's future. It says the sci-fi series made its grand return during prime time on Saturday night, but only attracted 2 million viewers as Varadu Sethu became Ncuti's new companion, Belinda Chandra. And this is very important. The series was beaten by the Gladiators final, with the reality competition being watched by a whopping 2.9 million viewers. 900,000 more people watched Gladiators than watched Doctor Who. The show is being beaten by family shows like Gladiators. And like, I loved Gladiators as a kid. We all love Jet, right, guys? But the point is, those kind of shows, game shows, reality shows, all these kind of shows, you know, they cost way less to make. Their budgets are a fraction of what it costs to make Doctor Who. Doctor Who is a very big budget show with visual effects and elaborate shooting and costumes and sets and special effects and everything else. It's a massive show, and it's bringing in ratings that, you know, are way less than reality shows and competition shows that they would just have a fraction of the budget. So Doctor Who is being beaten in the ratings by a show that's way cheaper to make. And this sort of stuff, this result was inevitable. Think about this. The series had the lowest rated episodes of all time in the franchise history in the previous season. And there's been clearly no attempt, to course correct and change the direction of the show. Instead, they just continued on the path that they've been on. It's just the same again. How can they possibly expect a different result if they're continuing with what clearly didn't work last season? If there was real leadership at the BBC, Doctor Who would have been overhauled in between seasons. So yeah, look, if nothing changes in the formula of the show, in the writing of the show, the direction of the show, the creative direction, the ideological direction, if it continues the way you can expect the ratings to continue to be bad. Nothing is going to improve if you continue to do what you've been doing. You're going to continue to get the same result. And that's it. That's 600,000 viewership decline from this season premiere comparison to the previous season premiere. So these low ratings for the robot revolution do not augur well for the rest of the season. That is simply the reality. So there you go, guys. That is the state of Doctor Who. And it's going to be very interesting to see. Are we going to get another new low in the rest of the season? Is this as low as it's going to get, or is it going to get worse? Well, the pattern has always been that the highest rated episodes of the season will typically be the premiere and the finale. And you might get, if there's an extra special episode in the middle of the season, maybe that'll give it a rating spike. But typically speaking, you know, the rule of thumb is the season premiere is one of the highest rated episodes, if not the highest rated episode of a show. So there you go. People are tuning out. It's really not looking good, but this could have all been avoided if fans had been listened to. But fans are pretty much, I think they're just enjoying touching grass now at this stage. Thanks very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, share this video out there. Hit the notification bell, of course, to be notified of future updates. Take care, guys. I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.